Well, here I am, Pat from Shelter Institute. I've been asked what my favorite tool of today is. I thought that I would just show you this thing here. This is called an angle grinder. You can buy these for about $15. They're now sold from China for very little money. And you can put a whole variety of blades on them. A lot of the junk that I collect is steel, metal, stainless steel, aluminum. And if you combine this tool here with a welder, just a simple electric welder, there is nothing you can't do. The rest of the world can go straight to hell. This combination allows you to manufacture and put together virtually anything. I have on it a diamond blade that cuts through steel in a very scary way. In seconds, it'll cut through a half-inch of steel. It'll do a piece of railroad, it'll do an engine frame. Unbelievable how thoroughly and quickly it cuts. Usually when you're looking at a piece of steel, you think, boy, no way I can deal with that. And you think of a hacksaw blade, and you would have to go for days to get through it. This in seconds will cut through. It's quite handy so that you can actually fabricate shapes and cut pieces that will fit exactly what it is that you're trying to build. Something as simple as a harness on the front end of a truck to hold a winch. This will cut that steel up beautifully. To weld, we would switch this blade out and put in a grinder blade, which would be something like this. And this simply grinds all of the rust off of the pieces that you've gotten and makes it much more amenable to welding. If there's any rust, the oxygen that's in the rust prevents the welding from taking place. Recently we replaced a wood stove in our shop. About 20 years ago, I took a 20-foot piece of culvert pipe that was 2 feet in diameter, cut it in half, and with the help of a grinder and a welder, made two ends, one end with a door and the other flat end. Recently, we came across a fabulous piece of pipe that was 9 feet 8 inches. We cut it in half, and that piece of pipe was 5/8 of an inch thick. The culvert was something like a little bit less than 1/8 of an inch, and it only lasted 20 years. This one, my great-grandchildren will inherit. 5/8 is a huge amount of steel. And this tool here came in very handy because, of course, it was quite rusty. So at both ends where we had to do a lot of welding, we simply ground it all to a shiny luster and welded it together beautifully. There's a $15 grinder. It's called a drill master. The Chinese are really good at coming up with American words to make them sound important. And a lot of tools are called Chicago because I guess the Chinese think that Americans admire Chicago. But you could spend a lot more on a grinder. You could spend $130 for an American name grinder. And certainly if you had a dozen men using the grinder, it might be worth spending that much money. The gears inside of this thing are not high quality steel. So for a tool that would be used 8 hours a day, 365 days a year, this wouldn't last 5 days. But for somebody like me, and if I handle it gently, it'll last a lifetime. So, an angle grinder, my favorite tool of the moment. Thanks for watching. I'll try to dream up another tool for the next time.
Hey guys, here at the Shelter Institute, we've been teaching people to design and build their homes since 1974, and we've been building timber frames for about 40 years. We design and build timber frames, we sell fine woodworking tools, we teach house building classes of many different types. If you'd like to learn more about what we do, check us out in person here at our store in Woolwich, Maine, or online at shelterinstitute.com.